This would be an example of how to rotate axes to eliminate the xy term and get a quadratic equation in standard form. These are typical equations, but the first question you might ask is, are these even the right kind of equations to be doing the transformations that we're talking about? A general quadratic equation is ax squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equal to 0. And because this has the xy term in it, you can see it resembles the kind of equations that we're looking at in this section. A quadratic equation whose graph has axes that are horizontal and or vertical, that would be like ellipses like this or parabolas like this. This equation is missing the xy term. So it would look like this: ax squared, skip this one, plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. And our goal in this section is to start with equations like these, of which these are examples, and convert them into equations like these so that we can put them in standard form. A handy rule to use using the discriminant, which, if you remember, is b squared minus 4ac. That comes from the quadratic formula. This is a good rule to use before you even get started, because if this discriminant is negative, this is going to imply that your graph will either be an ellipse or a circle. If the discriminant is 0, it's going to mean that your graph will be a parabola. And if your discriminant is positive, this is going to imply your graph will be a hyperbola. And this is good to know before you even get started, so that you could see if your calculations are headed in the right direction and it's looking like the equation that you expect. So let's look up here and see if we can figure out what each one of these is using these rules. Well, the term that comes with the xy is the b. This is the xy. The b would be a 1. So b squared would be 1. And the a and the c, well, this doesn't have an a and a c. It doesn't have an a and a c term, so those are both 0. So we're just getting 1 is the discriminant. But it is positive, so this is implying hyperbola. Okay, let's try the second one. We do have an A and a C. We also have a B. So 7, well, let's do the B first. The B squared, this squared would be 36 times 3. Well, let's just write it down. 36 times 3 minus 4, and the A is 7, and the C is 13. Now, which is greater, 36 times 3 or 28 times 13? Well, I think 28 times 13 is a lot bigger than 36 times 3. So I'm going to say this is negative. And if it's negative, this must be an ellipse or a circle. Now, the last one, let's start with the B again. The B is negative 4 squared, which is 16, minus 4. The A is 1. and the C is 4. Now 16, this is going to be 16 minus 16 is 0. This is implying that this one is a parabola.